2025 ZBA needed to order for the town of Manlius at 6:30 p.m. If we could all rise and do the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cool. The closed captioning said Malaysia for some reason. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. All right. Next order of business, approval of minutes. Did everybody get a chance to review the minutes from last month?
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, there's one part where on the Churchill Road, it said chairperson, my name, it's supposed to be member instead of chairperson.
Okay. So,
I make a motion to correct the minutes as dictated.
approve them with that correction?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. They're approved. All right. Our next item on the agenda is for Melissa Carmen and Jeffrey Steele, 7795 Rolling Ridge Drive in Manlius, and they're requesting a 9-foot variance. Can we, okay, perfect. Would somebody like to second the waiving the public reading?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right, can we get a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right. Are you Jeffrey?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, if you could come up to the podium.
Yeah.
That way, if anybody's watching online can hear. If you could just kind of explain to us what it is you guys are looking to do and why it is you need the variance.
Yeah, so we're looking to put an in-ground pool in. It'll be 18 feet by 40 feet. There's an existing patio to the right of the pool, and then we've got our property line on the other side. So we're asking for that 9-foot variance. Basically, because of that existing patio, we've got to shift it over towards that property line. So there will be a privacy fence extending from the edge of the house to the property line and down, so the pool won't be visible from the neighbors.
It's one thing with some of these properties up there, they're misshaped.
Yeah, weird.
So the privacy fence will just be on the neighbor's property line and the other will be wrought iron?
Yeah, so we'll take it, there will be a shed as well, so it'll tie into the shed. The shed is fewer square footage than is required for the permit. And then we'll have either an aluminum or steel decorative fence that ties into the other side of the back end of the house.
If you're facing the road, that's the house on the left-hand side, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Or in that picture going on the bottom. All
You
right.
said shed, is there a shed on there now?
There is not.
So where will the shed be?
The shed will be at the far end of the property, so it'll be,
So looking at the driveway straight down?
Yep,
in the back?
yep, it'll be on the
And
back.
the map behind you?
Yep, it'll be on the back end of the pool, so yeah, if you see where that M or whatever that circle is, that's just about where that shed will be.
And that, the way you have it laid out, it kind of ties into the current patio. So
Correct, yep.
where's the door to the house? Is that right up there on that? Is there another door by the patio? or-
Yeah, so that deck is no longer there, so where it jogs out there is where so facing the neighbor's house right there, yep.
Okay. Does anybody have any other questions?
On that view, let me see.
Are there any other questions? Warren?
Neighbors okay with this?
Yeah, they
I know they have a pool next door.
They do. They were grateful that we were putting a fence in because theirs is falling down. So we've already talked to them, and they're probably going to tie into our fence with an existing, or to replace their existing fence, so.
Did we get anything from any of the neighbors?
Yeah, and then the neighbors on the other side are obviously aware because you guys sent them that document and they gave us the thumbs up, not that it really impacts them, but.
We're just stood in the driveway and gave it a thumbs up.
They're a text, yeah.
Just needs more kids in the pool, that's all.
Yeah, we've got lots of kids. Lots of kids in the
It's a
pool.
great neighborhood.
The shed you're putting in is not gonna be closer to the fence, the property line than.
Correct, it'll be like centered with a pool, so it'll, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. All right, good. Do we have anybody on that?
All right, motion to close the public hearing.
All right,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving right along.
All right, thank you very much.
So what we're gonna do now is, we're going to, have a question, just want to see for a minute.
Yep.
We're gonna go through those 5 questions
Yeah.
that you answered in your application.
Yeah, I realized the last one I put, no, but it's yes, because I'm deciding to put a pool up.
Yeah, except for that one time. I was so proud of that.
What was the one?
It was a.
That was the subdivision where the town, it's their fault, not the property owner. Because of the drainage pond.
Drainage.
Yeah, one just.
The one,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Question 1. Whether the benefit sought by the applicant can be achieved by some other feasible method.
No.
And I think it ties in where it's at, so. Whether the variance will result in an undesirable change in character of the neighborhood. No, there's plenty of other houses there that have pools. Whether the requested variance is substantial. It's 9 feet, I don't know.
That's.
I don't think
That's
it
a
is.
picture of village.
I mean, it's a 20-yard required, and if you're asking for 9, it's not. It's not major.
Yeah, with the fence.
No, then it ties in with the way that the property line is too. I think it makes sense where it is.
Mhm.
So I would say no. Whether the variance will have an adverse effect on physical or environmental conditions.
No.
No.
And then whether the alleged difficulty was self-created.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree. Sorry. All right, so based upon that, the, benefit to the applicant outweighs the detriment to the neighborhood. I proposed a type 2 action on secret. No further actions required on that. Based upon that, can I get a motion to approve or deny the variance?
Mr. Chairman, I have a
Yes.
motion. I have a motion to grant a side yard setback variance to Melissa Carmen and Jeffrey Steele for the property located at 7795 Rolling Ridge Drive, Manlius, New York, 13104, tax map number 11.07-10.0. This variance of 9 feet is being granted for the construction of an in-ground pool to provide relief from the required 20-foot side yard setback requirement.
Yeah, second.
Okay, one last question before we vote on that.
Sure.
When are they be on the schedule?
June 23rd.
Just before the stuff else.
All right,
I know.
Claire made the motion, Eric seconded, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, congratulations and enjoy your summer.
Thank you very much. Will I just get
Tom
an
will
email?
be getting a hold of you.
Okay.
Issue your permit tomorrow.
Okay, wonderful. All right, thanks for your time, guys.
Have a great evening. All right, do we have any other business? The only thing is, obviously next month, as Eric said, does start Party in Plaza for the next 3 months. So make sure you guys prepare and get here early and come in this way.
I will put the barricade up for the parking lot over there.
This item.
Yes.
Okay. Like we did last year.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm not gonna do the whole parking lot, It's just gonna be this side parking lot, so we should,
So that means we go over there, move the barricade, park and then move it back?
I think there'll be enough room around it where you, I'll make it so there's enough room where
Oh.
you have to squeeze by, and then I'll have ZBA members and applicants, but I don't think we have. I think there's two for next
Yeah, I think
one,
Carrie said there were two.
and then
There's one.
maybe another one coming. There might be three.
I think that, did we pass the deadline?
No, I believe that is.
Next week.
At least.
Okay. Alright, well, there's nothing else,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
alright,
I'll second.
all in favor?